Good morning. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I'm very excited to see everyone this morning. I have got a fun card today, so we're going to turn scrap paper into a beautiful birthday card. Today's card is a piece of cake. We're going to be using the piece of cake retiring stamp set today. And who doesn't love cake? All right. Before we get started, though, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Kristina Reese, and this is Creating with Kristina. I come live every morning at 9 a.m. Texas time, and I'm on the middle of a series called A Card a Day in the month of May, and today is May the 20th. So I have today plus 11 more cards to make, and I'm really excited. Good morning, Kim. I was just telling everybody, Kim, today's card is going to be a piece of cake. We're going to use piece of cake stamp set today. All right, and a lot of scrap paper because I really have got to get rid of this scrap paper. And with that, let's go on and get started. So let me move that over. There we go. All right, here's all my scrap paper. This Brights paper, I just love it, but I want to get the new Brights paper, and so I really need to use up this. This in the new catalog, it'll have different patterns on it. It'll be the same Brights colors. It's the Brights color family, but I definitely want to get the new pack. So I definitely have got to use up all of this in like 11 days. Okay, so retiring stamp set. Here it is. It's called A Piece of Cake, and it is a really fun set. So it's good for birthdays and weddings, or just for like cake is the answer. Who cares what the question is? That is just a fun card to send out. I'm sending that one out. I think that's a great one. Hope this year is a piece of cake. Count the good times, not the candles. Mr. and Mrs. So Mr. and Mrs. would be a cake topper. These flowers would be a cake topper. The lollipops, the candles, the heart. Then you have all kinds of cakes. You have the happy birthday. You have the beautiful flowers, the fun polka dots and stripes, kind of a, oh, I forgot what they call that icing that's real thick like that. Anyways, then you have these roses here. We're going to use this cake today. Layered cake, and then where the icing is dripping down. So I think we got them all. Okay. This stamp set comes with a punch builder. Now, a punch builder is where you have different pieces. So the cake stand and the cake itself are two separate pieces. To use this, the best way I have found to use stamp builders is by creating a template first. So I just take a scrap piece of paper and just punch it out. And so this template now, when I put it on a card like this, I can now take the stamp pieces and put them right, whoops, it's upside down. Okay. And just let it fit right in there where it's punched. And now that I have those in there, I can just take my block, make sure they're in there good, and pick the stamps up. And so now when I stamp, they will be in the position for the punch. Okay, so we're going to do that in just a sec. Let me put that to the side. We're not ready for that quite yet. The first thing we're going to do is we need scrap paper. All right, so we got lots of scrap paper here. I'm going to move this scrap paper back here and grab all of this scrap paper here. Now, I have 4 different colors. I have the Bermuda Bay, and I have the Gorgeous Grape, and I have the Granny Apple Green. And you can see how I've cut them all into triangles here. We're going to do that with this piece. And what you do is you take a piece of scrap paper that's 1.5 inches wide. Good morning, Colleen. Oh, yes. Don't you love the bright colors? I love them. So 1.5 by 4. Okay, 1.5 by 4. Then you take your, come on, your trimmer, move this back up here, and you put the rectangle where the two opposite corners are right where the blade is going to slide, okay? And you just hold that down and hold it real tight and take your blade and just cut it right like that. So then you have two triangles, okay? And I picked 4 different colors. This card, the Sunburst that we're going to make, has 8 rays. So you could use 8 different colors and make 2 cards, or 4 colors and use the 4 colors interchanging. So we have our 4 colors here. Now, what I mean by that, so we have our scrap paper. It was 1.5 by 4. We cut it at the diagonal. Now take a scrap piece of paper, because you're not going to see this piece at all. It is cut at 2 3/4 by 5. Okay, we need to find the center at 2.5. Okay, we need to find the center at 2.5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler. Okay, I'm going to go at 2.5 here. I'm not going to cut it. I'm get my blade out of the way. I am going to score it. Okay, and then that way I can see where the center is. Like I said, you're not going to see this piece of paper, so you don't need to worry about what color it is or anything about it, but you do need to know where the center is. So now that I have my colors the way I want them, actually, I want to put the purple on the back and the blue. Woo! Here we go. There we go. I think that's how I wanted it. I can't remember. Yeah, all right. We're going to turn them all so the points are down. Okay, and now this is double-sided paper, so you could use the other side if you wanted. It has stamp, create, ink. Ink, stamp, create, over and over and over again, all over the paper. So you could do that. That would be cute to make it a little different. Or you could keep all the pattern the same, but you do want all the points down. All right, and then from that, I'm going to pull these up. I'm going to move all these over and pull these in here, and there is our Starburst, okay? And we found the center, so we knew where the points go. All right, so this is pretty simple card once you get everything cut out. Now, I'm going to use a little bit of glue, and when I use glue, I definitely want to use my silicone mat. Glue may be getting everywhere. Okay. And 4 and 4, so we're going to start with this pink one here, okay, and we're just going to put the glue right here on this scrap piece. Come on. Sorry to knock the table like that. There we go. Okay, and go all the way across. There we go. Got glue everywhere. And then, and you don't want to put the tip right there or you won't have enough, so kind of halfway down is good. And it's okay that it doesn't look like it's coming to a point, because we're going to cover that up with a strip of paper, but we do want it to be straight. There we go. All right. And then our next piece, and just bump it right up against there. Okay. Whoa, notice how I left some white up there. We need to come up. There we go. Yeah, be watching your scrap piece. You're trying to cover the whole thing. There we go. Whoops, get in there. Okay, and this last purple piece. Okay. Whoops, we didn't quite cover it all the way. Pull it down some. There we go. All right, and we got that side. Now let's do this side. There we go. And just do the same thing. Okay. Just being sure that we're covering everything. There we go. And our last one. There. All right, now that we have all the papers stuck down, and see what I mean? It's like, good thing we're on the silicone mat there, and then nothing sticks to a silicone mat. It's just, the glue just comes right up. Now take our scissors, and we're just using the scrap paper as a guide, and we just cut all these ends off. All right. And use bad scissors because you're going to get glue on them. There we go. And the last one. Okay. Cool, huh? We call that a sunburst. It's so easy to make. It's one of my favorite little go-to designs that I use a lot. Let me get rid of all that scrap. Okay. Whoops. Oops, it's all sticking to everything. There's glue everywhere. Okay, let's build the rest of this card. Now that we have our rainbow, I'm trying to keep in the camera here. I know this white paper is in the camera. All right, got that. We don't need our silicone mat anymore. All right, and I've scribbled here because I'm going to be coloring in just a minute. I'll cover that up so you don't see it. Next piece, we are going to glue this onto a 3 3/4 by 5 inch scrap. Okay, we're gonna put it at the top right there. Okay, so we actually don't need glue. We can use the tape runner. Where's my tape runner? Yeah. There we go. Okay, and just turn that over and give it a good rub. There we go. All right, whoops. Oh, phew, I missed it just, can you see how I missed it just a little bit? Not a problem though. I can take my scissors and trim that off. There we go. Now it's perfect. All right. Got that. The next step is to attach this to a 3 1/2 by 5 card. So I did that. Now we have a strip to put on there. Okay. And another card. So this is just going to frame the whole thing, and I picked instead of one of the colors in the rainbow, I picked another of the brights. This is the melon mango, I think. Yeah. Melon mambo is the pink. This is the, oh gosh, I forget my colors. Yeah, mango melody. So melon mambo and mango melody. Funny names. I'm not quite awake this morning, I don't think. What about you guys? Are you all awake this morning? And I've got kind of cloudy skies. It's not very bright and cheery out there yet this morning. I'm not sure what the weather forecast for today is supposed to be, but all right, so then we've got that on there, and now we just take this little strip. There we go. Oh, and I did that off camera. I've got to remember to stay on camera. And I'm just kind of, basically what this is doing is giving where all those points come together a little, kind of cleaning it up a little bit. All right, and then there's that little bit that needs to be trimmed off. There we go. All right, so now we have our card base. Now let's make our cake. So we have our stamp. We have our cake builder. We have our ink. Open the ink up. And this is what we're going to be stamping on. Okay, and I'm using the black mementos because I'm going to color with the blends. All right, and that should be good. Okay, now let's see how this works. So then you take your punch builder here, and of course, what did I do? I punched it upside down. So let's do it the other way. All right, so the cake goes on the bottom. There we go. Okay, now let's see if the punch builder will work. There we go, perfect. And then just kind of line it up and get your eye to And there we go. Oh, I should have colored it before I punched it, but that's okay. Put my ink away. Oops, come on, ink. We're just going to do a little bit of coloring here. We're going to color the cake stand gray so it looks kind of silvery. Yeah, it's hard to hold on to. Like I said, I should have colored it before I punched it, but that's okay. All right, there's our little cake stand. And now our cake. And I'm just going to color these roses, this melon mambo that matches the paper. Okay. And these dots are so little. I don't even think it matters if you color them. But I'm going to color them anyways. And then the little border. Man, that's itty bitty. That is itty itty bitty. Whew. Almost makes you go cross-eyed. All right, so we have a white cake with pink flowers. And we need to put it on a type of kind of something to... We could put the cake just on here like this, but it kind of gets lost in all of the rainbow and everything. So, well, actually it doesn't. So I thought I would bring out a bright circle like this and put the cake on that. Okay. And then you can see the cake a little better. Yeah. All right, and of course, we can't just have that line flat. We need little dimensionals. Let me get out my dimensionals here. So the cake stand is going to be flat, but the cake is going to jump up off. So let me get a little tiny bit of glue on here, because there's not much to work with here. This little cake stand's awfully little. All right. Matter of fact, I need my tweezers. I can't even pick that up. Oh, and of course, I'm off camera again. I need to remember to stay on camera. Okay, there we go. Oh, shoot, it moved. Okay. Now, let's put the cake up on dimensional. There we go. Okay, we have that. And then let's put our circle up on dimensionals. Whoops. Is there any more left on that one? No. All right, and then I save this sheet, so if I want to put a big layer, lift up a whole layer, I have that. I'm just put that in my drawer and get out another dot here. I'm just going to put 3 on here. Okay. And almost done. All right, so there's my cake. Okay. And now where is my fun saying? My fun saying, cake is the answer. And then inside it'll say, who cares what the question is? Or happy birthday or whatever you want it to say. Okay, I'm just kind of rambling this morning. There we go. Put that off of there and just use this. There we go. And our ink. You know, I wish I'd put some ribbon or something back behind there. It's kind of boring like that. I'm usually more decorative than that. But basically I wanted to show you how to do this scrap bit here. Okay, there we go. Almost done. Just have to put it on a base and we are finished. So here's my base, just like that. And voila! Woo! That was a fun card. This, like I said, this pattern right here is so fun to make. It's so simple. You just need 1.5 inch by 4 and then cut them on the diagonal and then just arrange them in a spray like that. So it's like a sunburst. I want to show you the other card I was making this morning. This is using the Parisian paper, and I thought this was really pretty. Okay, and I like this paper because it has that the metallic in there, and it kind of gives it to some shine. And I fussy cut these flowers out of another piece and just put a little note. Yep, just hello, how are you card. So that is one just using 2 colors. So that is a just a 2-tone card. And then this is the Brights card. Like I said, I think this would be more fun if I put ribbons and rhinestones all over it, but we're just going to leave it like that for right now. So I hope you guys liked this card tutorial today. And if you have any other ideas, I did get a suggestion yesterday, and that was she wanted more quilt type cards. So I'm going to come up with some more quilt cards. And oh, and I wanted to share with you all, those of you who are watching me this morning or later, I'm going to come back this afternoon because dun 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 dun, the new paper pumpkin came in yesterday. I'm so excited. So you'll have to check back with my my page later today, and I'm going to be putting together this month's paper pumpkin. So aren't those colors gorgeous? These are our new in colors. That is Just Jade, Magnificent Magenta, or something like that. Majestic Magenta. Bumblebee. That's just a lighter shade of the magenta. There are 5 colors, and they're just showing you 3 of them here. But anyways, I'm so excited about that. I can't wait to do that this afternoon. Okay, well, thanks, Colleen. I'm glad you liked the cards. And Kim, I hope both of y'all have a wonderful day today. Y'all go out there and make some cards and send them to your family and friends. And we will see you again tomorrow morning. Actually, we'll see you this afternoon and then tomorrow morning for another carded day in the month of May. Y'all, bye-bye.